Give me the power bank now. Thank you. Power bank. Just let me check a few things because people say that oh, whenever you do such, just record it. Are we live or not? Is the voice clear? Hello? Am I
Yeah,
audible?
voice is clear, but sometimes it's echoing.
Are we live or not? Is the voice clear? Okay, so let's start now. Where were we? Huh, here. Which of the following is correct? Okay, so let's start by mentioning what an actual API is because you don't know what API is, right? Could anyone explain what an API is and why is it used?
What I have understood is API is uh, like agent between client and server. Whenever client requests something, API checks if it is authenticated or not and what type of information we should provide. So, like that, API does the work.
So let's
It's
say Google is the server and we are the clients, right? So what will be the API between us and Google?
what did you say?
So let's say we are using Chrome, right? Let's say I am currently using Chrome. So I am client, the server of Google at wherever, I guess Chicago, Washington, wherever they have set their databases. What is the API between us and the Google?
That link
No, no.
we search.
As you said, the API was middleman, na.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what would be the API between us and Google or the server? Let's say any website.
It's like the controller.
No, no, controller are the controller. What controller does is you are going into MVC model, na. So this is. Let me explain this. Let me change the color. These two things are totally different. Okay, API and MVC.
Okay.
That's why I have conducted this group session because even I don't know what an API or MVC is. How, let's say, if this was a theoretical exam, written exam, I would have scored zero if they have not given us the answers. So don't worry, speak out. This is a group study session. We'll just be giving 1.5 hour, trying to complete one, two at least two practice assignments and two assignments tomorrow morning. Okay, so such that once we have completed with the practice assignments, we'll go to mock test and at least two previous year papers. That's what I'll try to do. But for that to happen, we need to have our basics and concepts clear.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's start with MVC now. Let's start with MVC. Right? Did I just
Yeah.
erase it or okay? I erased it. Okay, no worries. So let's read on MVC. What's an MVC and all? Should we use ChatGPT?
Yeah, I use that only.
So tell me about MVC. in develop web development or modern application, whatever. See, uh, MVC stands for Model View Control. I guess we know that, right? Which is the design pattern used to structure application into three interconnected components. Okay, so this is the part for the service provider, right? The guy who is building the soft website, है ना? MVC is for the guy who is building the website. He has to break the system, break the basically compartmentalization. I guess that's the word. So let's say I am making a new website. I can allot three teams. One should be working on model, one should be working on the view, and and the third group would be working on the controller. What model does is model represents the application data and business logic. That is, the databases and RDBMS. It encapsulates the data related to operations such as data validation, manipulation, storage, and retrieval. So anything that has to do with data or storage of data. Let's say I'm accessing my account on Instagram. So the team that works with the data, okay, I have these many friends, I have these many followers, I follow these many people, these are my posts and all that, right? So in the world, they would have stored it somewhere, na? Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
Arey, keep it, keep your mics open, or else it feels like I'm just, blabbering to the non-living PC that I am working on. Okay, so what model part is, it basically deals with the data. The team that is handling data, whether it be retrieving the data, whether it be, that CRUD thing, create, read, update, and delete. Remember, uh,
Yes, yes. It's in week 6, I guess.
I guess here it will come. What's CRUD now?
Yes, create,
Yeah. Crud.
read,
Crud.
Right.
update, and delete. Yeah, right.
Okay, so I'm not writing the full because it's really hard to do that. It's really time consuming. So what? So we have covered two topics. One is M of MVC and CRUD. So CRUD basically comes here, right? CRUD becomes helpful while designing the model, or for the people or the team working on the model part of an application or a website, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The view is okay. Let me remove this. The view is responsible for presenting data to the user in a user friendly format. Okay, so it should be easy like this. If I'm clicking here, 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 this is basically UI, na UX. Is it UX or UI? See,
I think
I
UI,
have one doubt.
user
I
interface.
have one doubt in UI/UX. Okay, kindly help me here. See, when I'm interacting with, let's say if I'm interacting with the web, clicking on different tabs and all, is it UI or UX?
Must be user interface, right? I'm just guessing.
Okay.
The word implies.
No, Google it now. Don't worry. Just Google it.
What is UX? I don't know. Actually.
User experience. User experience.
Oh, okay.
They were, you know, Gen Z. I guess that's why they named it UX instead of UE. But it is what it
Hello.
is. Okay,
Once
so I
again.
guess user experience, by user experience, what they mean is whether my site loads fast or not, whether how long does it take for me to navigate between different tabs and all. I guess that's what user experience is. Anyone Google it now once? Are you guys Googling it? Yes, actually, what we are doing is we are currently doing practice assignments, and after that we would be doing mock. So before doing the basic practice assignments and mock, we are just going through some terminologies, the main terminologies that we came across while doing the course, such as REST, CRUD, UI, UX, and all that. Okay, okay, Nishan, this is good. Don't worry, we would be doing. Okay, so I guess this is it. Just read it once. Let's not waste
We
more
can go
time.
to the questions because it'll take a long time. No?
Sorry.
We can try the answers. We can go to the questions and try the
Yes, yes, yes.
answers.
Let's go. Just let's directly jump on to the questions. Which of the following is correct about an API? Okay, so we basically we drifted a bit. What's an API, right? What's an API? Um, Abstraction, blah blah blah, standardization. Okay, let's go. API lets your application or service communicate with other applications and services without having to know how they are implemented. Is the first one correct? Hello. API is an intermediary software that allows two applications to talk to each other.
Correct. I guess.
It, API is a standardized way to communicate with the server. That is correct.
Yeah,
A-
correct.
API is an acronym for Application Programming Interface.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, correct.
In the URL, in the given URL, the set of characters written between the forward slashes and colon on the right denote these forward slashes. Okay, so this much, right? What does
It's
it
a
denote?
domain name.
A
It's a
domain name.
domain name.
Yeah,
Yes.
domain name.
Located to the immediate right of the colon is 80. So what does
Port.
this?
Port.
Port.
Okay, so what is a port? What's an port? We know it's port, but what's a port? What does a port do? अरे नहीं आता गूगल कर लो यार.
So it's a point where your network connection starts and end. It's
Network
a
connection
virtual point.
starts in
It's a virtual.
see uh, what ChatGPT is saying is optionally specifies the port number to connect on a server. If no port is specified, default port of the given protocol is used. For example, default port for HTTP is 80, while default port for HTTPS is 443. So why is a port required? Uncertainties in multiplexing, identifying services, flexibility. अरे यार, why is a port required in URL? Let it complete. Till then, let's move on to next questions. What would be the output of the following Python code? Function print and decorator x. Return function 1. Add function different. Okay. What's this? Does anyone have any idea what's this? I don't have any idea about this question. Hello.
Yeah, looking into it.
Time ordinary function. Def function 2, right? Let's go to some online Python services. What was the name? I guess it was something Replit or some
The GDP also you can try.
Google Collab. Collab, no?
The GDP online also.
GDP online. GDP online.
If you go back, it was there in your screen. I saw it.
This one?
Yeah,
Debugger.
you have to select Python. Yeah.
There's no Python here.
Scroll up, it is there.
Okay, Python 3, yes. I'm decorator, I am original function. Return function 1. We need an explanation to this. Okay, so let's put it in Gemini, I guess. Playing the code. For this, to understand this, do you guys know what is, a function inside function? How does that work? I don't think that was taught in Python course.
Yeah, no. But here, function 2 is separate, right? It is not even inside the function.
No, no. Function 1 is inside, def function x.
Yeah. No, but we are calling only one function. That second one, function 2, empty bracket, right?
Yes, we are just. See, that's where I'm getting
But in
confused.
the quiz question, it was written as modifier P like that, I think. He explained in yesterday's session. But there was modifier written. So for the below function, the modifier override that. So maybe that. I'm not very
Modifier
sure.
overrides what?
This below function, like I am an ordinary function, right? When there is a modifier, that will be executed for the function 2. But it is not given here. Only code is given. In yesterday's quiz question, it was written as commented as modifier and decorator kind of things.
I'm not getting what you're saying. Let's go to the question first. Okay, so what modifier?
The modifier code does modification in the given function, so that will be kind of overridden for the given function. Example, there is a function called x, then there is a function modifier which says y, that will be um, executed first.
Okay. See, the the line that bugs me is this one. At func.
Yeah,
What
that something is there in that. Yeah,
what would this line do exactly?
yeah, it says decorate the function, right? Function to using the
So
function.
what's a decorator function? If you know what's a decorator function.
Go below the explanation. There is no explanation. You scroll below.
Function is defined which accept function x as an argument. There's an inner function f1 defined. A message and decorator is printed indicating that function as a decorator. X is called inside which executes the function passed as an argument to func. Function func1 is returned from func. Did anyone get this? Getting confused. Hello. There are three questions like this. Okay, so could you tell me the theory lecture, which lectures would cover this theory? Hello, sorry.
Sorry, I don't know the lectures, but in a quiz session, he explained a bit about this. Maybe I should go back and visit again. In
Okay. So
yesterday's
this
revision session, he explained what is it is.
she has shared a lecture link. Let's see. Okay. So there's a link shared by Mrs. Khan, Miss Nisha Khan. Please watch this. We can see.
It's miss.
Understanding one point, can I say it? Everywhere in these three questions, this at function will get executed, I think.
Sorry.
In the all the three problems, there is a statement, right? At double at function. So that executed first, and then it comes to the original function. That's what I understood.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's a
actually, in
decorator function.
HTML also we used to do that, right? At important, that step will get executed.
Yes, that.
I heard it in some of the lectures, I guess.
Okay, so here at whatever is at is written, that will be
That
done
will
first,
be executed first, yes.
and then it second comes. Yeah, that's what happening here also. Everywhere.
Okay. So what? Just give me one second. So what this at means is this makes is a
Decorator, yeah.
decorator function. Now once it's a decorator function, it would be executed first on priority basis, right?
Yeah.
So let's say add func is executed. Once it is executed, def x, then def func1, I'm decorator, right? It will return I'm
Yeah.
decorator first. After that, it will. What's the meaning of this line? Okay, because see, this is definite. This is defining the function, the function
Yeah.
inside function. Okay, loop. This is just defining. Func1 is getting executed here. Okay, this part, these two lines just define that. Okay, hey, there's a function inside a function, right?
Yeah.
And here func1 is getting executed. Then what is the use of this x?
Yeah. We should be thorough in coding Python. Somebody knows. I don't know.
And even okay, so once we see this,
Maybe
this
try the
makes.
second question. We can understand whether we'll try, whether we can get something.
Okay, let's do it. So there's a decorator function here first, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, even if the decorator function was not there, uh, Python takes a top to bottom approach, right? Python takes a top to bottom approach. So anyway, this line would have been, sorry. Where's this? Okay, huh? So this is a way. Okay. Now I understand. What this is doing is, this is another way of calling the function, right?
Yeah.
You can call the
Now
function.
these are two separate functions, but at function C
Yes,
maybe
these are
makes a
two
decorate
separate functions, but at let me erase this. This
at,
at
yeah,
at func is
gives a
a
change.
way of calling this function, na? Is a way of calling this function.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then this function would finally return this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Arey yaar, this is a mess. Let me remove this. Let me take a small pen. So what this does is, this calls right?
Yeah.
Def func x. Once this function is invoked, it first makes another function. It first defines another function inside it, and at the end calls the function that it has defined. Right?
Yeah.
This is definition, defining. I'll call it D, and this is calling. Right?
Yeah.
So all the okay, all at does is just call the function, right?
Yeah.
So what my doubt is,
Yeah. That X equal. Maybe we can check the second question. We can try.
yes, because
What?
anyways it was a top to bottom approach in Python, right?
Yeah.
Let's see another question, and I guess it would be more clear. Function inside function. This function prints something. If b is equals to 0, it will print something else, and at the end return nothing. Okay, after printing, it would return nothing. It would just print,
Yeah.
and then the entire function would this entire function would return this function, right? This whole,
Yeah.
this part, and this is just calling the function one, and def2 takes two variables, a and b. A I forgot what percentage does here. Does
Modulo.
any
It's a it returns the reminder.
remainder, na? So this
2 by
2 is
5
the
will
remainder.
be, remainder will be,
2, right?
yeah, it
So
won't get, yeah, you're right.
sorry.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so this part, this much part will return 2. Okay.
But anyway, in this code that is not there, nothing is there, only printing is there, right? So we can go up and check what's happening. Because at F1 is called, initially
Yes.
only that will be executed, right? If it is
Yes.
have decorator, decorator gets executed first.
Yes. Okay, yeah, yes. The decorator would be executed first, yes. So let's say we are talking about decorator here, and decorate. Once I've called or invoked the decorator, def AB. However, which one of the two would be executed first? Let's do a bit research on decorator functions now, because there are three questions here. What do you guys say? Let's go on YouTube and other relevant sources and
Or we
find
can, yeah, yesterday's session he was explaining decorator things like that, maybe things we can check.
which session.
Yesterday, revision session. I'm not, it will be slow because it's just a video of not a regular YouTube video.
YouTube. It would be on MAD1, I guess, live sessions, right?
Yeah, TS session. It is in the calendar, it's there.
Oh, I have not invoked the calendar.
Okay.
MAD1 IITM playlist. Yes. MAD1. Let's go to live. Which one?
I don't know channel, I got it only from calendar. I don't know whether they have posted in the channel. Right? TA session will not be there, right, usually.
Yes, TA sessions are not
Yeah, yeah.
here.
It's okay.
So let's do one thing now. Let's give it 5 minutes and let's search about decorator functions. So we are thorough and clear about what we are reading or learning. If you have any relevant videos, let's say Nisha has. Okay, so let's first see the video Nisha has sent, right? Let's see decorator in Python. Let's watch the latest link. Let's watch the video on the latest link. Hari is a really good teacher. It's 43. Let's give it a few minutes. Is the audio working? Is the video audible? Sh- No, actually, I have started playing it. It's not now. So let me reshare it. Decorators. Okay, done. Should I increase the speed of video? Should I increase the speed of video? Sorry. Okay. Let's watch the whole video. Now it will just take 5 minutes because once we get out of context, you will have to rewatch the video again and again. That would take even more time. I guess we have a really good idea till now, ना? थोड़ा समझ आ गया होगा. Hello. See, the part where I got stuck is this fx part, right? Let's go a bit back. This fx part, right? So I guess what this fx does is this defines a random function. Let's go to our original question, right? So till now, what we understood is this part, this function part, is decorating this function, right? Okay. So when we are running the function, this part, this much part, is executing the function first, right? This part, sorry. Oh yes, 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 yes. I'm sorry. I have to stop sharing. No, I have to share an entire screen now. Okay. In fact, I'll have to do it here also. Welcome back. Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. So in our function, this is the decorator function decorating this much part, right?
Yeah.
And this is the part which runs the entire, entire code, which gives us some output. This func2 thing, right?
Yeah.
So whenever we are defining something, let's go to the original theme here. See, he is defining fx here, right?
Okay.
So what this fx means, fx is a function
Yeah.
like hello, or in our case func2, right?
Okay.
So we are in giving, let me remove this. Let's take a black color. We are taking this as an input here, as x here, right?
Yeah.
So in his case, let's take a brighter color, and 3. Okay. So hello is being taken as fx into the input, right?
Yeah.
And here is the input. It is decorated above by good morning, and it is decorated
Okay.
below by thanks for using this, right?
Okay. Okay. Got it. So after good morning, we are calling fx, and then again, thanks for using the function. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I think we can try our problems.
Finally, we learned something. Wouldn't it be better if he taught it in his lecture? But okay, so no worries. Uh, so I guess from here on we won't be having any problem, because now we know
Yeah.
what's a decorator function, right? Thank you, Nisha. And for anyone who wants to, watch the lecture, who is watching this later online, this is the lecture. Where is the lecture? Decorators in Python tutorial day 59 by Code with Hari.
Okay.
Def function, def one function, print time decorator. So this is calling the function. This is the first thing that will give us this, right? However, this is decorated. This is decorated. Okay, let me remove this. Make it all black. It is decorated above by I am decorator, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And since it is decorated initially by that, we can go I am decorator and I am an ordinary function.
Yeah.
Which one of the
Second.
following will be the output of Python code given below? So this is a decorator function. This function will is getting executed, right?
Yeah.
This function is getting executed. This is giving values a and b. So a has
Yeah.
value 2 and b has value 5. Okay. Okay, so let me see
There is a decorating function, right?
where is the decorator part.
Here, the decorator function inside, this is not called. That's why I think we are not getting any output of numbers. See, inside there is no uh, F2 of calling, right? Or there is no function calling inside that wrapper, right?
Yes, yes, yes,
In the previous
yes.
question, we was having ex function called.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
So
There is no function in any of the lines.
yeah, that is why we are not getting the number output actually. 2 by B is not executed at all.
Yes, that's why this part is not getting executed at all, because they have not mentioned func anywhere here
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
part. Okay, even this. Okay, so since B, but still we are getting the values of A and B now, and B is not zero. B is not zero, so it won't be hello. It would be hey there, right?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. We can check the answer.
But okay, it would be only hello.
Second option is here there.
Oh yes, sorry, hey there. My bad, my bad.
Yeah.
Okay, double is a decorator function decorating this part. So is the function called, function is called thrice.
So it will be hello there, hello there, hello there.
Yes, hello there, hello there, hello there. Let me see this. Mm, this is then see if it is getting executed thrice, shouldn't it be having indentation in this format? It shouldn't be like this now. It should be like this.
Yeah.
So till then, let's put it in error and we'll find the logic later on. Okay, back to theories. Okay, we have really good amount of questions here. So back to theories. Web is web is different from standalone GUI application because
I'm having a revision for Java. I will leave. Okay.
sorry.
I'm having a revision now for Java at 8 o'clock.
Okay, no worries.
Bye. Thanks.
Web is different from standalone GUI application because in web application the server and the client are not required to be on the same machine. Yes, web applications can be accessed from anywhere, whereas standalone GUI applications can only be accessed from machines they are installed in. I guess that's true. All the GUI application can be separated explicitly according to MVC design pattern, which is not possible for web application. I don't know about that one. Web application and GUI applications are different with respect to their appearances. I don't think that's a valid point. What do you say, Nisha and Cube?
I don't know what is GUI application. So
Graphical user interface.
okay, graphical user interface. Let's move to the next question.
Yeah, that's, even I was going to do that. Let's move to the next question. What will be the following Python code do? From Flask, import Flask, app equals to Flask name, then root page 1, def generate returns p. This is the first page of my document, and page 2, this is the second page of my document. Okay, it will create a local web server with endpoint page 1. It will, okay, so the endpoint would be page 2 now.
I don't know. It will be local. What is an endpoint? First of all.
Let's put this question in GPT then.
Yes.
This is in this corrected version. This is the corrected version. Generate app dot root page one def generate page one def generate underscore. So there are two generates. There are two
Right.
there are two functions defined as generate.
Mm.
I guess that's where the error is. Uh, See, each root has its own unique function name generate and generate two. Generate page one and generate page two, right? The root
Right.
URLs are corrected. No backticks are around the root strings. Okay. What happens? What happens if? Okay, so let's say what happens if we execute my code. It will raise an assertion error due to backticks around the root string. What's a backtick? Backtick around the root string. What's a backtick?
I think it's this. Let me at app.root braces
This
this
is
backslash. I think
what
maybe
they
I
are
don't
saying.
know.
It is punctuation mark. This one.
Okay, okay, punctuation mark.
So where have they removed the backtick? Where was the code? Where's the code? It's this one now.
Yeah.
So where have they removed the backticks? Let me put the
Okay,
code.
backticks are giving the error.
Arey Baba, the set of codes. Arey not this comment, yaar. Add comment in my code where I went wrong. Should be replaced with a single quote. Okay, okay. Backtick should be replaced with a single quote. I don't think that is an error. See, what ChatGPT is saying is this is different from this. Okay, I don't think they have done it intentionally.
They give many errors in the questions.
Yes,
I've tried.
yes. I don't think this is an error. Let's not consider this an error. There was another error that it told us, na? The first one.
Go.
Where was it? The first one. Generate page and generate page 2. What happens if we execute my code? It's defined. The flags are initialized. Okay. What happens if I don't uniquely identify the path the path for both the pages. You will encounter an issue where only one of the routes will be recognized by Flask. This is because Flask uses the route path to determine which of the functions to execute when a request is made. Okay, so you have to uniquely identify it. Do you remember Flask? Okay, have you done DBMS? Taken the course DBMS?
हाँ डीबीएमएस किया था मैंने हो गया है
So
मेरा
you would have remembered this Python DB connectivity question.
I don't remember.
No, you know something like that exists now.
DB Connect I know. I don't know anything about Flask.
So similarly, Flask is also a app. You have to connect it to Python code, right? So
Okay.
for Flask to uniquely understand your code, you have to uniquely identify both the pages. That's just understand this much. For Flask to
Okay.
understand it, you have to uniquely identify both the pages.
Then page 1 and page 2 is not enough.
No. Page one and page two is the right code. See here, they are using def generate twice. So how will
Oh,
Flask know what to do?
okay. What to? Okay, got it.
It will throw an assertion error. Which of the following is correct regarding URL? URL is an uniform resource locator.
Uniform resource locator on the web, I think.
ये फटाफट करते हैं. URL full form. URL full uniform resource locator. Yes.
Right.
URL can point to multiple resources on web. I guess so. Is not an example of URL. No, it is an example of URL. Why is it not an
Yes.
example of URL? Okay. Which of the following option is are true? Enc type. Enc type. What is enc type? Let's leave this. How many questions have you left? You left, I guess, only one question.
Yep.
Na? Let's leave this question and we'll come to it again. Which of the following lines of the code will change the default port of Flask to 8000? Debug to port 8000. See, port should be set to 8000.
Apparently, what is the difference between the first option and the second option?
The first option has 880.
Okay,
Which the
880, right? 8,000. That's right.
SAS chat GPT Baba na. Puro simple. Never shy away while learning. You can cheat as much as you want while learning.
Right.
Syntax for adding an image in HTML document is given by image src equals to some URL. The correct syntax for doing the same using template in Flask using URL for function is for static file name equals to this png. That's a lot of equals to equals. You have to define it. See, port equals to something. You can't just directly, write something 8000. You have to write port equals to 8000 and all that.
Okay.
Let's see how many things. Okay, so it's on static message file name, or was it?
The first
It
one was right.
was right. Okay. Oh, still a really good score.
Yes.
We'll have to read about this one.
Mm,
URL is an abbreviation. URL points to unique resource. Okay, it cannot point to multiple resources. It
multiple,
can
yes.
only point. Oh yes. Oh,
Yes,
every unique
that
page
was
has its
obvious.
own. Okay.
We didn't read it properly.
Okay. See, we have understood this. Okay. Error. Hello there.
That was hello there, hello there.
Okay. So once you have decorated it, you don't get any more indentation until and unless there's an end indentation. Ending
Okay.
decorator.
Mm. Okay.
This is correct. This is correct. This is correct. This is correct. Okay, so most of them were correct. Only we messed up in the last few questions. Right.
Yes.
Okay. So let's do the question that we left out. X. Let's learn about this. Arey, come on. See, explain the question along with the answer. And type attribute is used to form elements only if request method is post. No, he's array. No, this is. Do you know any resources?
For rank type, no.
Let's search it on YouTube then. And type and type attribute is used. And type is, what's the correct? And attribute is used in form elements only if request method. But what is ink type? Attribute is an attribute used in HTML forms to specify how a data should be encoded before it is sent to the server where the form is submitted. The term enctype stands for encoding type. Okay, check whether it is. Okay,
Okay. What I've understood is it is used to, I think, post data on the server.
let's hope so.
Yeah.
No, it is used to I guess encode.
Create
I mean,
update. Oh, okay. Let's see.
will is getting executed, right? Chalo. I just have to go and check it one again and again because how long is this been going on? See, almost it's almost an hour. I don't want this hard work to get lost. Type attribute can take one of the following values: multipart, explain. Type depends on ASCII. Let's leave this question for now. I'll do research and
Yeah.
then post it in the group.
Okay.
Let's move on to week 6. What are REST API design. So we'll have to first let's directly jump into practice assignment. Any questions? Okay, before we start, let's take a break of 1 minute. I will need to drink water.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, let's start. Hello.
Hello.
Just a
Okay,
minute.
let's start.
Okay. As per normal convention, what does V1 represent in the following URL? What does V1 represent in the following URL?
So V1 represents version.
Version. So if you're let's say when I was watching the lectures, what this part meant was, let's say you have another version of your site. Okay, let's say you get update 5.4 point something something, right? So that's a version.
Okay.
They are representing V1 directly. So version 1. So when you have another better version, your website is totally different, and you have to make a unique URL. You get a unique URL to point to that website. So you simply do V2 in this case, or else 4.2.2 instead of 4.2.1.
Okay.
Which of the following statement is true about REST API? REST API is an API that corresponds to the design principle of REST, representational state transfer.
This is true.
REST API communicates via HTTP requests that can be used to perform database functions like creating, yes, CRUD functions. A resource is delivered to a client in any format, including Java, JSON, XML. Yes, all of the above are true.
Yes.
Which of the following statement is valid about REST? REST is a programming language. No, REST adheres to the stateless communication. I think so.
Hello.
Every
Let me
resource
see.
is identified using unique identifier, also called as URI, Uniform Resource Identifier. In the REST architecture, client sends requests to retrieve resources and server sends responses to those. Yes, this is true. Which of the following statements is are true about caching in REST API? Okay, you do this one. Caching allows storing server responses in proxy frontend so that the client needs not make a request to
The
server.
second option is correct.
Improves overall quality. Yes. Browser treat all get and post requests cacheably by default. I don't know. Caching optimizes the network by increasing latency. What's latency? Yes. Time taken to access data, lower latency is better. So I guess caching optimizes by increasing latency means slower output, right? You need lower latency.
Yeah. Hmm.
Browser
I
treats
think
all get.
first one will be true.
Caching allows storing server responses in proxy frontend so that the client need not make requests to the server for same resources repeatedly. Yes, this is true.
First and second option are correct.
Which of the following statement is true about proxy server? Proxy server can be used to control what part of application is accessible to an authorized user. A proxy server is a server application that acts as intermediary between client requesting a resource and server providing that resource. Let's see what's a proxy server. Do you know?
No.
So let's see.
Oh, proxy.
Yes, yes. Then see, both option 1 and 2 are correct. What GPT said is this line is true, and if this line is true, then by default the first line is true.
First time would be true. Okay.
Which of the following statement is true about client server computing? Client server computing works with a system of request and response. Client server works with a system. Yes, request and response. Client sends a request and the server responds. The client and server are not bound to follow common protocol established by communication.
Mm, the,
Clients, sorry,
no, no, the second option is not correct.
the client requests services from the server. The server processes the request and returns the result to the client. Yes.
Yeah.
Which of the following is are true regarding get HTTP method? It should be safe in context of REST. It should be idempotent in context of REST. It is allowed in HTML format. Get request has a body. I don't know about that. Let's go to GPT
I
now.
think get request has a body. It has a response. We retrieve data with the get response, I think.
What type of body? Like, do you elaborate?
Oh, it's depend on the request.
Okay. So let's after this let's see all of the correct part, right?
Okay.
See, get request has a body
Check
is
false. Okay.
don't worry, let's see later on. Which of the following is true regarding the delete HTTP method? It should be safe in context of REST. It should be idempotent in context of REST. It is allowed in HTML format. Should be cacheable. It should be idempotent, I guess. Let's see. I have idempotent here. Idempotent. What's the spelling? Idempotent. Idempotent. Not a single time. That's how is this possible? I guess. I dem. I I dem. We'll come to it later on. Which of the following is an invalid JSON's object? They have taught very little about JSON, right?
Yes.
Would you suggest any videos other than this?
Mm, I haven't watched any video about Jason till now.
Let's watch. Let's find a video. Let's go to YouTube and find a video. In 10 minutes. True usage.json true. Yes, let's watch this video, right?
Step into Wix Studio, the web.
Yes, I'll have to reshare the slide. What happened? The video got stuck. Let me reload it. So I guess this much is enough, na, for our question. Or you know what? Let's complete it. Let's complete the whole video. So as you know, we don't have to revisit the video for any other questions. Nested. Okay. Okay, so he's doing the same thing. He's just doing it on his own. So we know.
Let's move to the question.
Let's move to the question itself. So for anyone who wants to, shit.
Build an AI business in just 24 hours to show that it's possible.
See,
We bought.
this is the video. Learn JSON in 10 minutes. Stop playing. Where is it? Entire screen. Sure. Practice assignment. So is invalid. This is invalid, huh? No, this is not invalid. This is because
Mm,
this is integer, na. I don't think integer
yes,
needs character strings.
right.
This is incorrect.
Yes, this one is incorrect.
Why?
Because one,
Yes. Consider the following Python code and choose the correct statements. Import JSON, my dictionary equals name John, age 28, city Chennai. Out JSON dumps my dictionary. Okay. Eh. Python object my dictionary will be converted into JSON string. Let's go to GPT. GPT will tell us what will happen. I'm 110% sure he has not taught this in lectures.
yes.
Not find any of this in the lectures. See, JSON dump function is used to serialize a Python object into a JSON formatted string. The what does this mean? Serialize a Python object. What does serializing a Python object mean? What does serializing a Python object mean? Refers to process of converting an object from its in-memory represented state structure within Python program into the format that can be easily stored, transmitted, or used in another context. Okay, I think there's something about JSON that we haven't learned. We'll return to this question later on. Na? I think this is a longer question.
Okay.
Which of the following is are true for API authentication? Many API are protected to avoid abuse of overloading servers. An authenticated user requires a token to be yes. This I have read. The API key is the most secure way to protect API. Hmm?
I don't know about this.
About the key stuff, na?
Yes.
API key. Okay, so tokens and API keys go hand in hand. They are the same thing. Most secure way to protect the API can easily be retrieved. I don't think so. Okay, so which one of this is valid JSON format?
First one is not valid
Why?
because of the last name Smith. It's not in string.
Okay, in the second one, Smith is in this.
Uh, this seem correct. Married is T is capital.
Yes, T should be
No,
capital, I guess.
no, T should be small, I guess. In the video, there was small T.
Extremely sorry. So the third one is wrong, na? Third one is
Because of the capital T.
okay. Then the fourth one, age. First line.
Yes, H string.
Second one
The
is
second
correct.
one is correct.
Let's check answers.
Yes.
Still a really good score. Absolutely amazing score. API
Okay,
key is
then
not the most
API.
secure way. Okay. Many APIs are protected to okay, avoid abuse by overloading, and API key can be easily retrieved. These are the 3 points. API key is not, I repeat, not the most secure way. And I'll leave this question. I'll search this and put it in chat. Rest all the questions are correct.
Okay, then it's a great score.
It's still a really absolutely fabulous score. Uh,
Yeah.
8, 10 out of 12. That's
Yeah.
more than, I guess, that's more than 80%, 85%.
Yes. So we'll do rest of the weeks tomorrow or today.
Let's put a message for, I guess, 9:30, and let's try to do week 7 today. So that way we'll have less load tomorrow.
Okay, then tomorrow we'll do mock.
And week 8 and mock along with previous year paper, at least 2 previous year papers.
Okay. And graded, we'll
I
look.
don't think we need to do graded because practice and graded both are of same difficulty levels, and people can watch graded solutions because they are provided.
Okay, then tomorrow week 8 mock
Yes,
and week 8 and mock, right?
yes.
P-
So
PYQ. PYQ.
yes, let me post a message there, and let me first end the stream. Okay, bye bye everyone. Let's meet you in. I'll meet you in part 2 of revision session.